Hello and welcome to Rant, author advice in 5 minutes or less because I have to get back to writing and so do you. This week I'd like to talk a little bit about, I guess it's a hot button topic, I want to talk a little bit about diversity in writing. And yes, I know as a straight white male, I obviously can say nothing about diversity because I am not diverse at all and nobody should listen to me at all. That being said, I do have a few thoughts on the idea of diversity in writing. Mostly in characters, and so what it comes down to is, a lot of times when diverse characters are put into stories, at least from what I've been reading, a lot of times it's kind of stereotypes, right? So it's easy to kind of put someone in and use a stereotype to kind of gloss over the fact, like, hey, here's this character who's not just a straight white male. And we use that stereotype to, and it's hard to read that sometimes because it's like, oh man, a lot of times the stereotype comes off as negative. It comes off almost as making fun of that character, of that diversity. And so you got to be careful. You got to stay away from those stereotypes because when it comes down to it is what people want to see in the things that they're reading is people like them. And yes, I know as a straight white male, I've had a lot of different characters that I'm like, I can relate with that because I am also a straight white male. Now, that being said, trying to get other diverse characters into these stories is not as simple as just saying, hey, here, I am diverse, and here's my diversity, and that, defines them, right? So how many people do you know who are, women or minorities or have different sexual orientations, and it's like, does that really define them? Like, if it comes up in a conversation, it's not like, oh, hey, that's the first thing that pops out. It's essentially, it's there, and maybe it's just me being ignorant, and people should be wearing their diversity on their sleeve. Obviously you want to be proud about it. You want to be proud about who you are. But when we're writing these kind of things, it's like, how much does this really define who we are? Like, I don't know. Isn't the idea that the diverse characters are normal people? Like, do we really want them to be so diverse that they really stand out to the point that it's like, I don't want to say obnoxious, but it's kind of to the point where, okay, it's almost beating the reader over the head with the diversity. It's like, hey, look, hey, I've got a diverse character. Look at them being diverse. And honestly, you do want to have at least some background for the character, so in that way, when they react to things, it's because of their diversity. Whether or not they experienced challenges because of their race or they were thrown out of their house because of their sexual orientation. Those kind of things are obviously going to shape a character. They're going to shape how they react to things. But they're not going to react to everything through that lens, per se, because sometimes it's specific situations where that would come up and they'd feel uncomfortable. And so all I'm asking is, by all means, we need to have diverse characters in writing. We've had straight white men forever, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm actually interested in reading stories from other diverse viewpoints, because honestly, it's something I haven't experienced, so I can kind of get that experience through the writing. The trick is that there's a lot of browbeating. So again, like everything that I've been saying this year, it's striking that balance. It's finding that balance of, hey, here's a diverse character, but it's not like just straight up in your face about it, because sometimes, you find out these diverse facts from normal people just through normal conversation. You don't necessarily find it out of, like, shake hands like, hi, I'm transgender or whatever. It's like, no, do we need to reveal those deep, vulnerable parts of our lives in first encounters? Not really. And so, it's kind of, it's creating that diverse character, but also make them a normal person. Because otherwise, you're just creating stereotypes, and that's not very good. So, again, that's straight white male talking. If you have anything else you want to say about diversity in writing, by all means drop comments below. Let's have a conversation about it. And if there's anything else that annoys you about current writing trends, by all means drop a comment below. Maybe we'll get to it in a future episode. So thanks for watching this episode of Writer Rant. I'm Benjamin M. Weilert.